Hello, my name is Evan. I'm 20 years old. Starting last week, so I'm forgetting. And I am a uni student studying animation, and I've decided I'm going to make some knitting podcasts. I've been knitting for around 3 years now. Might be 4 soon. We're like 3.5, I think. But yeah. I study animation, I'm second year, and I don't live in a climate for knitting. So, though I love knitting sweaters, I am actually trying to move away from knitting as many as I did. And I will show those in a different episode, hopefully, if this goes well. For me. Doesn't matter how the video goes, it'll just be how it goes for me. But, yeah. I'm going to do a bit of a knitting podcast. I only am going to show one finished object because that's the only thing I finished in the last month. I'll say it's February the 16th today, so yeah, let's just get into it and see how it goes. So the first object is some socks. I've been knitting a lot of socks because I haven't found anything I want to knit for summer. So socks I can wear all the time, and they're light, practical to carry around. Love them. I don't know what pair of socks this is for me. Like, entirely, I think this might be pair 8. And it is 4-ply Regia socks. Here they are. I adore them. They're so pretty. They're just vanilla socks with a 2x2 rib and a heel flap and gusset with a slip stitch. It is pretty much the crazy sock lady magic loop tutorial. I use magic loop. I really wanted to use the little 9-inch circulars, but they hurt my hands too much, so I had to do 9 magic loop. But yeah, I love these. These were my birthday socks. I love knitting vanilla socks. They look so good. I've recently been traveling in the UK, and yeah, I love them. They're so pretty. And even though, like today, I think it's like, how hot? 30 something degrees Celsius. I wore these yesterday and I was fine. I was inside for most of the day, so I guess that's not really sure, but I at least can wear them in 20-degree weather. I can't really with all my sweaters. But yeah. I love the colors. This green I'm obsessed with. I don't remember the color name. I threw out the tag. But it's Regia 4-ply. They're striping ones. They have a series of striping ones. I bought these at Morrison's & Sons in Sydney. I love that shop. Brisbane doesn't have one, but I wish they would come to Brisbane and make a shop here because they have just a really good supply of yarn, and if you're in Australia, they're just great. My only trouble is this sock. I think it's this one. Yeah, both of these socks have a bit of gapping on my decreases, if you can see them. And when I'm wearing the sock, they stretch out. I have quite a tall instep of my foot, but I'm skinny. Like, my feet are skinny. So these are only 60 stitches, not 64 like the crazy sock lady pattern is. And yeah, I'm not sure how to solve this. Maybe I did my decreases wrong. Maybe my tension was too loose and I wasn't focusing enough, because it's always near the top. I keep considering I should probably just sew it up in the inside, just like weave in some ends there and try and tighten the fabric up, but they haven't been a problem yet. I've worn them in shoes. I wear all my socks in shoes. I don't wear them as house socks. I wear them out and about. I've only wear these in my Converse. I also have DMs that I'll wear shoes in, and they're a bit rougher on the socks, so we'll see how they go. But I think they're really pretty. I really like them. They were my birthday socks, and they make me really happy. And I kind of got them matching. They're like swap matching. So like if I hold them together, the next stripe should be the opposite color. Like So then the heel is the same, but the colors. For self-strapping yarn, I was really happy I got the heels to look like this, as I didn't use any contrast colors or anything. I don't have any. I mainly buy self-strapping yarns, but I recently got some, so we'll see how that goes. More socks are coming. Oh, I have a work in progress one I've started that we'll talk about. But yeah, I'm really happy with these. I think they're so cute. And they go with a lot of my summery stuff. I wear a bit more white in the summer, so I'm quite happy. Okay, the next ones are a work in progress. Pretty much all of these are. And we'll start with the big one, the one that everyone talks about. I decided I want to knit the Ingrid sweater. Now, I'm severely dyslexic, so reading knitting patterns has always been a struggle for me. I'll choose anything with video tutorial over. To the point that I learned the techniques through video tutorials, and then I look at an image of a pattern and I will recreate it, which is one of these other sweaters. But I bought the pattern for this one. I wanted to be able to read it and feel proud. So here's the Ingrid sweater. I have the body. Oh, sorry, Izzy, move. Got pets. I'm sitting on the floor, so they're gonna come and bother us. But this is the Ingrid sweater. I've just finished the body except for the ribbing. I haven't done that yet because I think I'm playing yarn chicken. The yarn I am using is Check Hearts Country, Nature's 4-ply. You can see 50 grams. Oh, I've got it upside down. No, I don't. I had it the right way up. But 50 grams, 90 meters. I bought 10 balls of this, which is what I thought the pattern was recommending. And yet I only have 3 balls left and a bit. This is what I've got of the last ball. So quite a lot of the last ball, but I'm a little concerned. I don't think it's gonna get anything. And I bought this stuff also in Sydney, and I'm not going back to Sydney anytime soon. So either I order online, which I'm trying to avoid. I don't like ordering online and shipping costs and stuff. I can avoid it. But Lincraft and Spotlight, which are the two, like, what's it called? Corporate craft stores. Most of their stuff is acrylic, not that good. But they do stock some of this yarn. This is 100% wool, and it's really nice. I love the tweed in it. I love primary colors, and I didn't want a beige sweater. I like beige, but I don't wear it. I like color, but I didn't want something super bright, so that's why I chose this. And I think the tweed isn't too overwhelming. You can still very much see the pattern because it's a light color, and yeah, it looks really good. But they have other colors of it in stock in Lincraft and Spotlight, but not this one. So we might find like one of the tweed colors, probably the blue or maybe the red. That's if I want to go bold. Probably the blue to do the collar, cuffs, and bottom. If I get that far. If I don't get that far on the sweater, then I'm just gonna buy as much as I think I'll need online. But yeah, it's going really well. I have only made one reading mistake, which I'm pretty proud of, for a 5-star difficulty pattern based off petite knit stuff. Oh yeah, it's petite knit. I think everyone knows that, but I should say. I'm a bit flustered. I've never done this before, and I only took like 2 notes before I started. But yeah. The one mistake I've made is I accidentally did a knit row instead of a purl row. So there's meant to be 2 purl rows there. But there's just one up here. It's meant to be 2. But that's okay. It looks good. No one's gonna see it, it's at the back. I knitted the second size in the pattern. I technically can fit the smallest size. I don't have a big chest you know what I mean. I'm not around there, very big, but I wanted this to be larger, and I think I probably would have gone for a medium if I wasn't so worried about the cost of the yarn. This yarn wasn't expensive, let's make that clear, but I am a student with not much budget, and you will see that when I show some of my old projects one day. I use a lot of acrylic because it was affordable. So buying 100% wool was a little pricey. Like each of these cost about $9 Australian. And like, if I think about it in pounds, that's like only 4 pounds or something, 4.5 pounds. But that's quite a lot. And this is used already 10 balls. And that's like over $100 sweater, which is quite a lot. It makes you wonder how you can buy sweaters for under 20 bucks. So, yeah, but I love it. It feels so nice. It's not rustic. It has like a solidness to it. Like I can feel its wool. It's not soft, but I really like the texture of it, especially in the moss stitch and the like touching it. I love touching textures and things like that, so it's really good. It's my first ever like stitch pattern sweater. I've done a lot of color work in the past, but no stitch patterns. And this is my first non-vanilla knit with a pattern, so I'm very proud of it. I think it looks really good. I don't know if the color's me really, but I'll wear it anyway. Like my mum said, I could put a colored t-shirt underneath and have it pop out. My mum was my color. She's a genius. She loves color. She's really good at choosing it. But I'm not one of those white girlies who can wear the creamy stuff all the time. I think I suit bright colors better. But yeah, it looks good. I'm so happy with it. We're getting there. I'm a little worried about the length. I've been wearing a lot of long t-shirts and I don't think this will cover a long t-shirt, but when it gets cold enough to wear this here, I will probably be tucking in my t-shirt when I wear a jumper. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But here's the Ingrid sweater. I'm so proud of it. I'm not going to do the funnel neck collar. That's something I've decided. I'm either going to do a 2x2 rib folded collar or a 1x rib folded collar, or not even folded. Folded collars can kind of get a bit hot and itchy for me, so we'll see. But yeah, there it is. I'm very proud of it. This is my main knit right now, so my goal is to finish this before it gets cold. That's not for a while here in Brisbane. It might become autumn, but it'll be still boiling, so yeah. Let's talk about another sweater. My great-grandma was a knitter, and nobody else in my family has ever knitted since, really, except for me. I knitted a lot as a kid, just random shit. I'd make squares. I learned how to make a little tiny little chicken square thing, but yeah, no one else has ever really knitted, and now I'm knitting garments. I have inherited her entire yarn supplies. Now, she was a very beige lady, very beige and gray. And I also inherited a whole lot of brown. And I can't wear brown. There's too much of it. Like, I'm not even that dark, but when I put brown on, it doesn't look right. It doesn't suit me. But I found this gray in her stash. It's just kind of bluey. It is marriner. Empress knits. Yeah, she passed away like a very long time ago, so I don't know how old this wool is, but I still have tags for it, which I can't say for all of the yarns. And it is a 60% wool, 40% nylon blend. And it's they come in 25 grams, but she has so much of it. Like, I have a full stack bag of it, so we should be okay. And I don't know what the weight would be. It's around the same as this country one, this 8-ply, but I think it's more of a 4-ply. It says here DK, but maybe my thoughts in DK is a little thinner than it actually is, but yeah, this is what it is. And I didn't want a sweater just in gray. I do think I suit grey, but I didn't want that. So I was looking on my saves on Instagram, and I saw this sweater from yuhaknitting. Let me double check. I'm checking my saves right now. I think it's yuhaknitting. I'll put it up. I'm gonna hopefully edit this. If I don't, it'll be in the description for sure. But I didn't buy the pattern, but I am using the stitch pattern she uses. So this is inspired by the yuhaknitting raglan sweater with fishes on it. I just fell in love with this pattern, decided it kind of suited the slightly bluey tinge, almost purple-like tinge of this grey. I don't think you can really see in the camera, but yeah. And I bought some black quills in the UK to go with it. This is getting knitted on 4.5mm needles, with the idea to go down to 4 for the sleeves. In her pattern, the sleeves don't have the fishes on it. The whole body does, but the sleeves don't. And I think I'm gonna copy that as well. The only reason I didn't buy the pattern is, first of all, it was obvious that the yarns I had weren't gonna fit gauge. And it is bottom up. And I liked the idea of it, but when I started this, I was in the UK, seeing family. That's why I got the inherited yarn from my great grandma. But traveling with the sleeves and the body all disconnected just sounded like hell. I wanted it all just in one piece, even though I only got this much done while I was away. Not a lot. I really like it, but I put it on the side for the Ingrid sweater because this thing is super thick with the double knitting. Now, I don't knit English style. I knit continental, but I have a habit of dropping the yarn. I can't hold it the whole time. So I'm actually very slow knitter. You'll probably see that I don't produce as much as everyone else does, and that's okay with me. It doesn't bother me. I don't get too much hand pain because of it or anything like that, so I don't mind. But it does mean I drop the yarn every time with my color work because I do that with a normal sweater even if the yarn wasn't changing. So color work isn't like ridiculously slower, it's just I'm dropping it no matter what. So that's my floats. I'm really proud of this. I am catching them when it gets to like the highest stitch count bit without floats. It's like 7, but I think it's looking really good. It's not super contrast. I thought it worked quite nicely. This is the yarn I picked up to go with it. It's not a special, so I haven't talked about it yet. It is this Heritage Lane yarn. I'm not sure. Have a read. If you can see that, it's very shiny, but it's a DK. It is, I think, what was it? It's 100 grams, 55% wool, 25% acrylic, and 20% nylon, which kind of matched the same kind of percentages in this enough, and it was a reasonable price for me. Came from my granddad's local shop, I think Fishguard. But yeah, in Wales. My family comes from Wales, so yeah. But yeah, it's really nice. It's not a pure black. Hopefully you can see there's like gray twinges in it. It feels really nice and it's knitting up really well. It's a little thinner. See, this is what I consider a DK. It's not like ridiculously thick. This feels a lot thicker. I don't know if you can see, but this feels thicker. But knit up on the 4.5mm needles, it works pretty well together. And I will never be knitting the black on its own in this piece. It will always be connected with the other colors. But yeah, it's going well. I'm really excited about it. I think it'll be a cute sweater. I think it'll suit me as well. I'm a little worried the collar might go a bit high. I have a sweater that has a high collar, but it might be a little higher than I would like, but I don't mind. I know it fits. I have tried it on once, but these needles are a little too short. But I bought the needles as well when I got the yarn, so they're really nice. I'm not sure what brand they're from. They have a purple cord though, so if you know what a purple cord metal needle circular, fixed circular is, yeah. But I'm really proud of it. I only work on fixed circulars. I grab the cheapest things I can get. A lot of my sweaters are knitted on ponies. It's what's accessible for me and it's cheap. I looked at getting like a full interchangeable knitting set, and when I saw the price tag of like £100, I was like, that's almost $200. I don't think, like I knit a lot, but I get by with what I have. I don't think I need it. But then again, I'm having a problem with my sock knitting needles. So I'll talk about that in a second. I think that'll be what we talk about next. There is like another sweater project, but we'll talk about these because I'm actively knitting on this. So whilst picking up this sock yarn, the lady at the yarn shop, she was so sweet and was really chatty, and I don't get to talk yarn with people often. So when I said I was knitting socks, she recommended this to me. These are called the uneek sock kit from Youth Yarns. Sorry, my reading is terrible, but there you go. It is a commercial hand dye yarn from, I think, Italy. Anyway, it was pricey. I didn't mind, it was kind of special, but they're knee-high socks. So the kit is made, it's 100 grams in it, so now I know that I can make a knee-high sock with 100 grams using the pattern they provide. Comes with a pattern. It's all right. I think I'm struggling to read it. Like I'm finding it harder to read than the petite pattern. But we're getting there, and I think it'll be okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the heel in it. It has a fancy heel. I really like the fit of the heel gusset, so that's not happening. But the colorway I have here of this yarn, it's a striped hand dyed, by the way. This is what the final one would look like if I did toe up. So I'm not doing that. I knit cuff down. But yeah, it's color 52. Don't know what the lot is, but it's so pretty. I'm obsessed, and I will show you what I have. All I have is the 9 centimeter cuff they say you need to have. It's so pretty. Like the texture and the dye. I really hope it doesn't fade too much. They say that the bottom will get faded, and I know that, which is also the reason I was glad I was doing it cuff down, because I'm getting all the colors I really want near the top. I want this red and the green. This brown can be on the bottom of my foot, I don't mind. But yeah, it's so pretty. The colors, they're gorgeous. I'm pretty happy I splurged. I'm finding it really enjoyable to knit. The yarn is so soft. The Regia, like I wore it on my birthday, but my feet kind of hurt after walking in them. Like it's a little rough on my feet. Noting when I wore it on my birthday, I hadn't blocked it or washed it. I don't block my socks. I just wear them. I find they get their really nice shape anyway, and it looks good, so that's fine. But I think washing them does soften them up a bit. So if I made socks for friends, that's what I would do. I haven't gift knitted much though, so yeah. But this is so soft already. Like I think this will be a dream to walk in. Like I have one pair of socks made with wool addicts yarn. Dream to walk in. I didn't think socks could get that soft, and I think this will be the same. It's like, I think it's superwash, and that's might be why, but don't think this one is, but the Wool Addicts one is. But yeah, I've just started the leg, so that's coming along. I love the stripes, they're so cute. They're vanilla, I'm knitting them very simply, but yeah, they're gonna be knee high, so they're gonna take a while, but I'm excited nonetheless. Anyway, let's talk about this. So I'm trying to do summer knits because I live in a place that is predominantly summer. Like, we kind of ignore the seasons here. In Brisbane, it's like wet and dry. Winter is dry and a little colder, but like not that cold. We're talking 15. That's not cold. We're in the UK, it was like -8. That's cold, but yeah. So, but enough that I will personally wear a sweater. I think I'm kind of sensitive, especially on arms. Reason I haven't considered knitting like a sweater vest, because I just want my arms warm. The rest of, like, a t-shirt does the rest for me. But I decided I want a knit I can wear more often. Maybe even in the autumn, you know, like a little earlier than winter. So I bought some cotton. It is from Marks. I bought it from Lincraft. I had like a birthday voucher or something a while ago. I bought this like a year ago. And yeah, the blue. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. I think it'll suit me. I don't know what I will wear it with though. It's one of those colors that I just don't know what I'm gonna wear with. And you can kind of tell I didn't know what I was doing with this project. But yeah, it's really nice. It's very thin. It's meant to be knit up on 3.25 millimeter needles, which I'm not gonna do. I like a fingering weight yarn, but like I don't want to knit a whole sweater in that. So I'm knitting up on 4 millimeter needles, and I'm trying to make a long sleeve shirt or a short sleeve. It will depend. I don't think I have enough yarn for a long sleeve, but here it is. This is self-drafted. It's very simple. It is a drop-down square, pretty much right now, with some shaping for the collar, just basic. Picked up one side, picked up the other, with a couple of increases, and then just cast on the rest of the stitches to make the collar. And I think it'll be pretty. Sorry, let me pull the ball out so you can actually see it. How big are these needles? They are quite big. They should show the whole sweater. I've tried it on. I think the color is so pretty. I just don't know what I'm gonna wear it with, and that has dismotivated me. This has been on the needles for a while. I didn't take it with me to the UK because it's cold, and I didn't want to knit on cotton when it's cold. You want to knit on wool, and it's fine. I keep thinking I'm going to duplicate stitch something on, but every time I duplicate stitch, it's always just a pain. I don't enjoy the process. But that's what I will do if I don't like a plain t-shirt. Because to be honest, I don't wear many plain t-shirts. I wear a lot of band t-shirts. Sorry for that interruption. My parents just got back and they're now having a nap, so we'll leave it there. That was pretty much the last thing I was going to talk about, so that's all good. Yeah, thank you for watching. I don't have a Ravelry, but you can follow me on Instagram. I mainly post art. There are some knitting stories though, so you can look at those. Sorry, I'm being really quiet. But yeah, that's Evan in the Wild. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.